tubaaniriza abalabi baffe aba SSTV leero olunaku lwakubiri buli saa 7 nga bwe twakusuubiza tujja kuba tukutuusaako puroguramu yaffe duty to self. Duty to self tukujjukiza obuvunaanyizibwa bwo gwe nga omusikawutu gwe nga omunnayuganda okulaba nga obutuukiriza okusobola okuba nga ogasa eggwanga lyo n'ensi yonna otwaliza awamu. In scouting, we have principles that we do follow in life, and one of them is the duty to self. Duty to self reminds us about our obligations and responsibilities as scouts and the way to fulfill them so that we can benefit our community. Today, it's our program and we are still discussing nutritious ways how to balance our diet for a healthy body, because a healthy body creates a healthy mind. Today still, we have our specialist in nutrition and is still handling us how we should eat, what we should observe during the day, at what amount of food we should take, and have a balanced diet for a healthy body. Cancer, diabetes, among others. Our nutritionist is going to lead us into also that phase and discuss how we should handle them, how we should treat them, so that they can be at school healthy and performing well in class.
Oh yes, this is now a growing proportion of the population. Because if you enter any class, you certainly should find such children. You see, some of these schools which are serving communities around, when children with such conditions are diagnosed, many times health workers will advise these parents to take them to nearby schools. They would prefer that when they come, they find suitable environment. I'll give you an example. If a school is storied, like it has staircases, a child with sickle cell anemia will find trouble, because every time they have to climb the steps, they will be affected. So you find that the way you build, of course we also have children who have got some physical forms of body impairment. Maybe they can't walk, they crawl, or they need wheelchairs. So the way we build is number one. Number two, we should provide a platform where we interact with parents to understand the medical condition of this child. For example, how to respond in case there is need for first aid. I can give you an example.
Yes.
Since this rainy season started, almost all the children who are known to be asthmatic have been cautioned. Please, where is your sweater? It's now threatening to rain. Let it not first rain, then you get an attack and will respond. You want to tell them early enough.
To be proactive.
Put on a sweater, so that it doesn't attack you when you are not aware. And then they dress appropriately. Of course, when they come late, like when it rains in the morning, you need to understand as a school. These are cases that are known. And then some don't want to be mocked at, or you need to be very gentle in the way you handle them. Some have got cardiac issues, issues of the heart. The mother is telling you, please, owange tebambogorera. Tayagara chimutiisa.
So not performing well in class.
These are issues that are coming up. And you know, society is now modernizing. We are meant to be universal, to take care of all these categories of people. We have been sensitized and we are educated about human rights. But we have also learned how we need to ensure equity. Nti n'abaana abo oba oliawo emyaka giri egyedda be balekange ku mabbali, this time tubaleete kubanga twazudde potential gye balina. I just want to give you this. It's so funny, I don't know how science would explain it. Bano abaana balwala sickle cell, obulwadde bwa narubiri. Baana baba bagezi nti esomero mwe mulwanira nti abaana bakole revision balyoke bagende mu exam ye tagyetaaga. So you imagine such a potential if we have to lose it because
I
of
also
our...
have a cousin of mine. He has that issue, but he's not always at school, but he performs well.
Very
at
sharp.
school.
Very sharp. Yeah.
And I even didn't know how he does it.
I
thought
actually-
the teachers are undermarking him.
No. The fact is those people have a potential, and it's institutions like this, schools, or even playgrounds. How do you make it up for them to also fit in society? You know, very, very important. And then the feeding of such people.
Feeding, yeah.
Schools are encouraged to have water purification systems where learners get water ad lib, that they can drink as much water as they wish. Yes, we have a system where you are able to filter the water and pass it through the UV tube so that this water is safe for human consumption. And now if every child can have a bottle or a container, so they are able to drink water as often as they wish, it's very, very important.
Do you create some time for them to take their tabs?
Their tablets, oh yes,
Yeah.
oh yes. Like now, you will notice the commonly eaten medicines at school have a lot to do with infections, flu, cough. Then there will be medicines taken for conditions like allergies. Yeah, they come with inhalers, for example, if they are asthmatic. The other medicines they take. Of recent, actually, syrups. Parents are moving away from syrups. But one other important medicine, in quotes, is juice, or when a child is sick and the mother or father feels there is extra care required, so you will see them really struggling with some juice, yeah, for this child to take during the day. It's unfortunate that in our school environment we don't run a canteen. We don't agree with the values of canteen operators because they want to come selling sweets, sodas, and stuff like that. So this is the moment when you allow the parents to come in with some juice or some milk, and this sends us a long way to qualify which juice, homemade, bought from the shop, how much sugar, for example, because we also have the issue of dental. Actually, out of 100 children seeking permission to go for medical checkup or medical care, you'll find a good number going for dental issues. The tooth is paining me. Then when they are coming back, you ask what exactly happened. They have removed it, depending on the provider. The providers, most providers around will prefer to extract the tooth. But do you know why they remove it? This person is presenting himself or herself when it's too late. So in our feeding, we need to consider all this, even in the medication that we have to take. If we are not able to get a good physician or a good doctor to advise you, you can actually kill yourself on some drugs, by losing the teeth. If these young children lose their teeth, then their feeding will become a problem, and eventually they become malnourished. So the thing is like a cycle. A toothless child will not tussle the meat, okay? And if we have so many toothless children, maybe schools have to look at how to marinate the meat to make it soft and tender. In fact, one would wish that if schools have to prepare meat for babies, minced meat would be better. The problem is the mincing as a practice hasn't taken, so that children find it easy to eat meat. These are issues we need to be considering.
I find it challenging that some schools don't have what we call sick bays. They don't have nurses at school. They wait for this particular student to get sick and very ill, and then is rushed to the nearest clinic not even a health center, not even a hospital. So what advice as a nutritionist can you give to our fellow scouts on the issue of the sick bay?
Yes, the sick bay might appear as if it's being part of being prepared, but it's not resilience at all. The like schools which are day or schools which are boarding, you would wish that every child, for example, comes from a family that has got a family doctor. Otherwise, if you bump into any clinic around, the provider there can mess up things. We have seen so many children in communities, you find them on cannula. The facilities around
becoming a
have
design.
preferred to name everything typhoid. And so you are on cannula and they treat you, and because that treatment is so scaring and it involves a lot, so you pay them a big amount of money. But yes, there are infections, common infections. These infections can be viral, they can be bacterial. When you have a doctor, the reason you need a doctor,
A personal
a family doctor, they are always truthful in a way that they employ all the diagnostic techniques to check and confirm what type of infection, and they treat you. And they are not so extravagant with the use of medicines. Yeah, if you find a provider giving you a multitude of drugs as if selling to get more revenue. So these are issues that are affecting our communities. You would wish that, but also schools, where it's possible they can work out some kind of health insurance. So on the medical fee that the children pay, you have this clinic where you can send your children so they are checked. Because I guess anything involving a fever, some high temperature, there will be some checking of malaria. Now, you'll find that most facilities don't have that capacity to check malaria until they reach confirmation where they say there is or there is no malaria. Now, it's so surprising that when they find that malaria is absent, they'll say typhoid. And you ask yourself, which one is harder, checking for malaria or typhoid? So here, people in such communities, of course, are suffering. Every time you find a child on cannulas, it's very unlikely that when you visit a physician, he will prefer to use cannulas and all such things to like scare you, so then you can pay. So I want to think that, yes, maybe we are not yet there where such physicians can come and run clinics around, but the issue is where to go, who will tell the truth, or who will treat these children in a manner that is professional enough. That's why we are always happy when we see government whipping some of these drug shops or providers. And then, of course, the drugs. You see, once a child is sick, everyone is frightened. We don't know exactly what to add. So it's important that schools shouldn't panic, parents shouldn't panic. Instead, they should work together to make sure they secure good or quality care. And what is surprising, by the drug shop will give you a bill that is bigger than what a physician would actually give you. Yeah, so it's important we know who the physicians are and we distinguish them from, because then treatment can damage our children, even nutritionally, because all the time that this child will be under that fake treatment, malnutrition is taking place. Malnutrition is taking place, including the effect on dental setup, because of syrups and, something like that.
So should we advise sick bays at school and the nurse, a school nurse?
No, schools are now constrained. A school nurse might mean nothing. A nurse is to give care to a patient who has been taken care of by a physician.
It's better we get a physician.
Even if it will be outside the school. And where it is possible. In schools like these day schools, you cooperate with the parent, they take the child and have the child take Because for you to pay a doctor to stay at school, you pay a lab technician, you put up the equipment. It's such a tedious thing. But if this physician is existing somewhere, is well established, you can keep referring. The worst is to sit on a sick child, because someone who has started dilating like in the last 1 hour, by now he's as weak as a wilted vegetable.
So it's better, instead of having fake sick bays at school.
Yes, they would be fake.
It's better a school finds a professional.
Yes.
Physician.
Those professional physicians should be coming up with partnerships, with schools. How can we take care of? And then we have a community of parents who are using self-medication. My dear, if you say we are going to consultation fees 30,000, they'll make a lot of.
Self-medication is not good.
And where there is no partnership, people then begin to look at whom are we going to be. Is it the mother of the child or is it the school? They are very happy to hear that it's the school because they will not charge you simple money.
So the medical fees that are paid by the students every time, when does it work?
Well, that money can help, assuming you have a nurse, it can pay the nurse to continue with the care, because many times these children are never kept at home until they have recovered. We have drugs we keep administered from the parents. But these first aid drugs, maybe someone is feeling some pain, you give a Panadol as you wait for the mother. Or you feel like there is a lot of flu these days. What can we give? But it cannot be the medication that we are talking about. It is where you have to say, as far as I'm concerned, I stop here. Just recently, this provider had to give a child some, they actually gave ibuprofen, and the child reacted to ibuprofen. So the eyes swelled, and it was terrible. The nurse was trembling. So they called for the parent. Good enough, the parent was so understanding, and they took this child to the family physician. The physician certainly knew. Sorry, they messed it up. Which drug did they give you? And this guy is like, they gave me ibuprofen. Good enough, there was a form that indicating what they had done at school. And so they had to work on this child, and she regained. So family physicians are reading from history. Maybe they know this baby from when he was born. They know which drugs they can give to
Since
this
they are
child.
treating the parents.
With treatment, a school would be lying to really stand in and say every medical condition they handle. You can handle a few basic ones. Stomach is paining me, yes, you can handle.
We are having a challenge of Ebola now in the country. How are schools handling how to prevent Ebola from schools?
Very important. Very important.
Because I saw some videos of patients vomiting blood, but they were recorded in Fort Portal. Let me assume you also watched them. And it's terrible. Someone vomiting blood, and we're not looking at it coming to Kampala.
There is what social media will bring. For a patient to be filmed vomiting blood, it's an escort, that's number one. And such videos, of course, are so scary. They create panic in the public. As I said, schools need not to sit with patients. Okay? The only challenge is now, where would you refer to? How prepared are you? Do you have contacts of, for example, the team that can quickly come to the rescue? But also, how much protection do you have for the dignity of such children? Let me tell you, mu biseera bya COVID, okutya okw'amaanyi kwali nti singa bagisanga nti yabadde wange ng'olaba azifu kijja kuswaza naye bamala kutugalawo ffenna ne tulwala COVID
And we accept
oba oliawo
it.
tetwakifunamu kuswala kubanga you want
The
to ask
stigma.
if there was to be this first child identified at school. But God is for us. God is for us. We are not safe because we do a lot. God has been so merciful. The little that we can do, we should do. Take an example. Avoiding visitors. Yeah, because when you look at how it moves, ate ono yagenda okusuubula enyama gindi eri ate bwe yagireeta n'agituusa egindi makindye kataba yakatuuka kwegamba you want to imagine the contacts. The contacts. So, and also reading from the guidelines set out by Ministry of Health.
Okay.
What's your name?
My name is Ampire Fortunate.
Fortunate.
Yeah.
Which class are you in?
I am in primary 6
Primary 6. Which school?
at a junior academy.
I'm seeing with a tag. What does it read?
I'm the welfare prefect of Atta Junior Academy.
What's welfare?
Welfare is that welfare is the general health, happiness, and safety of a person.
How can we keep ourselves safe? You've talked about safety in the definition.
Safe is like the website that's the general health, happiness, and safety of a person. What I'm meaning by safe is like when, for me as a welfare prefect,
Yes.
like when a person is not in I don't look on about food.
Yeah.
When a person is absent, I should look why is that person absent? Why is she or him not at school? What's the matter? What has happened to that person who's not at school? And I should know why, and I look for how I can solve that thing, the problem that has made that person not come at school.
What makes students miss school?
Sometimes due to like their parents, sometimes they don't have school fees, and
Now, what solution can you create on the issue of school fees as a welfare prefect?
I can. Sometimes we call here meetings for the parents, and we give them we teach them how to do some businesses, and they get knowledge of doing those businesses. So they like when you teach them how to make some what they go at their home, they start making, and they get money to pay for their children's school
That they are not
fees.
just away from school.
Yeah.
What other issue that makes us miss school apart from school fees?
Sometimes sickness, like a
Sickness.
person is sick, and for us when we don't know that person is sick, and for me as a welfare prefect, when I know that person is sick, I can tell other staffs of Atta Junior Academy, we look for like fruits, we take it to that person who's sick and gets more energy so that he can come back to school.
School and attend classes.
Yeah.
Wow, thank you very much. Any other information that you have for us
I can.
as a welfare prefect? How long have you been the welfare prefect?
Just only 1 year.
1 year, and you're performing well. Eh?
I'm doing it very well.
Wow, thank you.
Okay.
Are the students proud of you?
Yeah, they are proud of me. I really, they are proud of
What
me.
changes did you bring to the school when you became the welfare prefect?
When I became the welfare prefect, I told our director that let us get, like last time they were not taking well, they were not feeding well, they were not getting fruits. But when I became a welfare prefect, I told our director that please let us get some fruits for the children, and he never refused me. He just put it in the plan, in his plan, and he gave us fruits. Like in a month we can take some fruits twice in a month. Yeah.
Okay.
And children, they were like, thank you very much.
So they were happy of you.
Yeah, because they
Are you planning to come back on that very post next year?
Yeah, I'm planning to come. I was planning to come, but when after they told us that when you are in P7 you are not allowed to contest.
So next year we can then.
Yeah.
Wish you success.
Thank you.
Send some greetings.
Let's send some greetings to our dear director and our dear mommy director. We have a man and a woman.
Wow.
Yeah, and I'd like to send.
So they are your parents still?
They are my
parents. Of the school. Eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'd like to send greetings to our science teachers who are helping us know more how our children should fit, and other teachers like every teacher who teaches us how to behave well when you are prefect, how to speak good English, how to do what, and even I like to send greetings to my fellow learners. They are real good, and our students of Atta Junior Academy and our people in our community.
Thank you very much. I believe you'll be a good leader.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. We meet. Our viewers of SSTV Uganda, we are happy that you're watching, you're sharing, and you're liking. Keep on sharing with your friends because we have a lot for you. Today, we are still running our program of duty to solve our personal responsibilities upon our lives. Because remember, a healthy body creates a healthy mind, and if you're healthy, you can benefit your community. Today, we have visited some of the students. They're going to share us their experiences on how we can keep our bodies nutritiously. Yes, you're most welcome.
Thank you.
How are you?
I'm fine.
What's your name?
My name is Michael Kandi.
You speak louder.
My name is Michael Kandi.
Kandiho. How are you?
I'm fine.
Which class are you?
Primary 6.
Primary 6. Do you have any position you're holding in the school?
I'm the assistant welfare prefect.
Assistant welfare prefect. So you're a prefect.
Yes.
How is the prefectorial work in the school? Which school?
Atlas Junior Academy.
Atlas. How is it running?
Atlas Junior Academy is one of the best schools I have ever seen. Atlas Junior Academy has professional teachers. It's fed well. We have a very good staff.
How is your feeding at school? How's the welfare?
As no welfare refers to the general health, happiness, and safety of a person. As I, the welfare prefect, as I'm seeing Atlas Junior Academy is one of the nutritious schools. We have our uncles, or what we can call the supporting staff.
What makes Atlas to be good in nutrition?
Nutrition. Atlas, as you know, nutrition is the process by which food is taken in and used by the body. Atlas Junior Academy, our students are fed well on a balanced diet.
Like?
We are fed on food rich in all mineral salts. We are fed on food rich in all food values.
How does it help our body?
It helps in getting energy, producing energy.
Okay. What about vitamins?
Vitamins. It works with the same as in building the body.
Building the body. Give us some examples of vitamins that we need as children.
Green vegetables like sukuma wiki, dodo, etc.
Okay. Any message to other schools about the feeding of the students?
Other schools they are watching, I would like you to perform because our students want to create a better generation, so we should be fed. Other students should be fed on a balanced diet so that their bodies can grow. So I want to advise other students, please feed on a balanced diet like the food you take, because you cannot live without food. Food is a very important thing.
Send some greetings.
I would like to send greetings everybody watching SSTV. Thank you. I send greetings to my fellow students